In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can improve your broilers feed conversion ratio so that you will get heavy, larger broilers by the end of the day. Improving feed conversion ratio in broilers just means making sure the birds gain more weight with less feed. A good feed conversion ratio is usually between 1.5 to 1.8, and what this means is that 1.5 to 1.8 kg of feed should give you 1 kg body weight. So in order for you to achieve a heavyweight broilers quickly, you need a combination of certain things which I will discuss about in this video. What's up and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, kindly help me to grow my channel by subscribing and click the bell icon so that you get notified anytime I upload videos like this. Don't hesitate to give this video a like. Drop your questions in the comment section and I will respond to them. Share so that others can benefit. In this video, I'm going to reveal a whole lot of secrets, because sometimes we discover that we feed our broilers and they don't get the needed weight, and this has to do with certain factors and it affects the feed conversion ratio. I want to discuss about the important things that affects your feed conversion ratio and how you can improve on it. Number one is a balanced nutrition. Upon arrival of our broilers chicks, the first thing that we normally give to them is starter feed. And when we talk about starter feed, we have different types of starter feed, whereby we have some that their protein level is higher than others, and the higher the protein level, the more expensive these feed are. So but the protein level for our starter feed is between 21 to 23%, and it is energy rich to support the early growth of the broilers. This is what your broilers need. Then the second feed that most people use, or some persons use, is grower feed. And normally, if you are using grower for your broilers, that means they are going for maybe from day 15 to day 28. And this is moderate protein, and it's just between 19 to 21% crude protein. It also had good energy balance as well. That is if you are raising your broilers for, let's say, 8 weeks to 12 weeks. But if you are raising your broilers for 6 weeks, I don't really advise you giving them grower. From starter, you go straight to finisher. That is what I do. Now, for the finisher feed, if you are giving them the grower feed, is between 15 to 28 days, and like I said, is between 90 to 21%. After the grower, you now have the finisher feed, and this finisher feed is between from day 29 to day 42 and upwards. It has low protein. Of all the feed, it has the lowest protein and is between 18 to 19%, whereby it has a higher energy or fat, and it enables the muscle build up. So this is why finisher is very important. Now let me give you an expo here, or a very important tip here. Like I said before now, that if you are raising your broilers for maybe 6 weeks to 7 weeks, you don't need to give them grower. What I do is that for 2 weeks I give them starter feed. Then the 3rd week I will now mix the starter feed along with the finisher feed to have a balanced feed for them. Then by the time they enter the 4th week, mind you, the target is 6 weeks. By the time they enter the 4th week, I now switch completely to finisher feed, and by the end of 6 weeks you will see a massive heavyweight broilers. That is a secret I am sharing with you. Now you also need to include amino acids, and when I mean amino acid, I'm referring to lysine, methionine or threonine, because they help to maximize the muscle development. You also need to provide them with vitamins such as the vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K and B complex, and minerals as well. All these are nutrients that they need for them to grow well and to have a better feed conversion ratio. Then 2, you need feed additives. Now when we talk about feed additives, a lot of farmers or broiler farmers shy away from this. They think that it doesn't work, but they work unknown to you, but you feel they doesn't work. And when we talk about feed additives, we have the organic oil and the natural growth promoters. I always encourage people to go for this because they are less expensive they are readily available, and they have no side effects. They have no withdrawal period. Among these feed additives, we have the probiotics and the fermented feed, because this probiotic and fermented feed, they improve digestion and nutrient absorption of the broilers. Then when you talk about garlic and ginger, I keep mentioning garlic and ginger because I know what this garlic and ginger can do for your birds. If you are in doubt of it, you can just give it a trial, and I believe you will not stop using it. So when you want to use garlic and ginger, you can use it at a ratio of 1 to 2% of feed, because it is a natural growth promoter and an immune booster. Then you have the enzymes. We talk about the phytase, the protease, and the xylinase. They improve the digestion of proteins and grains. Then another feed additive that you can add to improve the feed conversion ratio is apple cider vinegar or molasses. It's normally added to the water, which help to improve the gut health and feed utilization. Then number 3 is good management. When we talk about good management, we are referring to the temperature and ventilation. Broilers, as we all know, they eat more and they grow faster at a comfort of a very good temperature. And this temperature is between 32 to 34 degrees Celsius for chicks, and it reduces gradually to 22 to 24 degrees Celsius. Another management tip that you should also take note of is lighting. Continuous light in the first week is very, very important. Like what I do, I make sure that the first 7 days, the broilers have 24 hours light the first 7 days, because this is very good for them. Then they now reduce the light to 18 to 20 hours per day, because this helps the feed intake process. Then water is also very important. We humans, we cannot do without water, so also the birds, and their water have to be fresh, cool, without any contamination. Then the litter management also play a very important role. Dry litters will help you to prevent disease outbreak, and that one will reduce their spread as well. But when your litters are wet or they are moist, you will not discover that the rate of bacteria or the rate of infection will be very, very high. Then the 4th one is disease prevention. Ensure that you vaccinate your birds, especially once it is broilers. Especially the 2 major vaccines that are given to broilers is Lasota and Gumboro. You know, they are short term. At most, I don't really encourage people to raise broilers above 8 weeks. 8 weeks is okay, but once it exceeds 8 weeks, you don't need it. So ensure to vaccinate as at when due. Then you should use coccidiostat or natural anticoccidial herbs. Example of this natural anticoccidial herbs are the neem, oregano, aloe vera, pawpaw, and many others. In fact, I will make a video on how you can use some of all these for your broilers in order to reduce cost of production. Then you should regularly deworm if needed, most especially once your broilers are exceeding 7 weeks. You must make sure to deworm them and avoid the use of or the abuse of antibiotics. You should only use them when necessary. This will also help you a lot. Then reduce stress. You should avoid overcrowding, and I will recommend 10 to 12 birds per square meter. Then any bird that is injured, make sure you handle it carefully and keep the environment quiet and calm. If you are able to do this, you will have a very good feed conversion ratio, or in other words, your birds will eat less feed and have more weight and attain market size on time. Thank you and God bless. I believe you've gotten tangible information from this video, so please help me to grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon so that you don't miss important upload like this. Give this video a like, and most importantly, share for others to benefit. Thanks.